All right, here we go. Quiet! Roll 'em!
X-Men Dark Phoenix is the newest X-Men movie in the X-Men franchise and the last one. Since Disney bought now Fox, we will get new X-Men movies with new casting and everything, so this is kind of the end of an era. I mean, I grew up watching the first X-Men by Bryan Singer in the year 2000. I watched all of them. I've been a huge fan of them ever since. So I was kind of excited and see what they go with this movie because I like the cast. I like X-Men Apocalypse. I think it was a good X-Men movie. So I was excited, okay, how are they going to do this time the Dark Phoenix saga? This is the second attempt, and I must say, it's fine. The movie is fine at best. Like, the movie of course focused more around Jean, and I think this time they did it a bit better. They explored more Jean's character during her being the Phoenix character. Because when you look at X-Men Last Stand, it kind of like unclear with her character. It's just like all of a sudden she's just evil, and that's it. It was kind of like there wasn't real development in her character when the original actress played it. In this movie they give the Phoenix character a bit more development, which was actually better to the movie, which actually made a little bit more believable, that she has this power and she can't control. I mean, yes, there was in the last one too, but because we get more into her backstory about her family and everything and how this affects her now having those powers, was actually done good. I really like that aspect of it, and I really like the whole dynamics between the cast. The acting is great in this movie. James McAvoy, Jennifer Lawrence, everybody's just great in this movie. The acting is really great. I must really say that. It's just some aspects of the movies, like certain characters' motivations are unclear. These are actually no spoilers what I'm about to say. A character dies. Okay, I'm not gonna say it because people will complain about it. But it's revealed even in the trailer who dies, and then and then the other person who's together with that person who wants revenge and wants to kill Jean, who was actually understandable. But then there's another big X-Men character who also wants to kill Jean for the same reason. And I was just like, you never really had any connection with that character who died. So it makes zero sense, zero motivation. The character I'm talking about is Magneto. Like, he, for some reason, also because of the one character death, wants to like go on a revenge path and everything else. Like, that makes no sense for his character because that character never had any real connection with that other character who died. And I was just like, why? That's like, I kind of felt like that was like the only excuse like for him to be in the movie, because otherwise, there's no need for him to be in the movie to have him go on a revenge spree again. Because they was like, what can we do? Have him want revenge. I was like, why? Well, we gotta have him somehow in this movie. It feels like that's the only explanation to have Michael Fassbender's character and Magneto in the storyline. Because otherwise, I don't see any use for him in this movie. Now, Jessica Chastain in the movie, who plays the villain, she plays like this, really just say alien. It's like this alien species that are powerful for some reason, or she's as powerful as Jean, which is never explained in the movie, or all that they're from outer space and they were watching Jean, when she sucked in the whole Phoenix power and everything. And this is just kind of like, it was just a powerful villain that like her motivations were like understandable, but like kind of like dumb at a certain point, because like, okay, if you can do that, why didn't you just do that from the beginning? There's like this one thing she can do because she wants the power from herself, and she can actually take the power from Jean. As like, well, you should have just done that before. But writing, and of course you have to make the movie longer. Now I must say the best part of this movie is the third act in the train sequence, and I bet everybody will say that about this movie because it feels like this is what I wanted to see. All the X-Men fighting together, everybody using different powers, everybody uses the powers. That was great. Cyclops, Nightcrawler, in a really gruesome way, was actually cool to see. I really think this movie should have been R-rated because you can see some of the things they want to do, but they can't because it's PG-13. So I think they should finally do a rated R X-Men movie, not because we want to see bloods and gore and blood flying around. It's just because there are some things you can do more that they want to do in this movie, but they couldn't because of the rating. So if they would have that, I think they would give possibilities for more cooler stuff in the movie and more fun stuff in the movie. Not to have this restriction, because this movie kind of felt like, ooh, we cannot have that because it's PG-13 and everything. But like I said, it was the movie is fine. It's not that terrible like everybody says. I don't know what everybody says. Ooh, it's the worst X-Men movie. It's not. It's okay. I mean, we got to see what the MCU now brings with the new X-Men characters. But I like this movie so far. I like the First Class, Apocalypse. I like these movies. I thought the movie was fine. They look great. It's just I don't think this movie. There's one other problem. I don't think this movie ties in with the original X-Men, like with Bryan Singer. Because I don't know if this movie is supposed to tie in like with the original X-Men movie from the year 2000. Because if they do, okay, you have this character go twice Dark Phoenix and not knowing about it. Like, there's some complications that they do. It's like, I think just First Class, Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix are its own trilogy, and the original one is another separate trilogy. Because if they do say, oh no, it's one, it's one huge storyline, it makes the timeline is very messy then. Because they do stuff in Dark Phoenix that doesn't make sense. And the first X-Men and everything, like I said, a certain character's death, so all of a sudden that character had to be back, and it would be too much complicated. But I still liked the movie. I think it was fine. So after 20 years, this is now the end of these X-Men movies, which I still enjoy. I like all of them. I mean, yes, X-Men Orange and Wolverine is just a little bit too over the top and bad, but but I enjoyed every single one of them, even the bad ones. But yeah, I give this movie a 6 out of 10. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a great day, and as always, see you next time.